Hey guys, Papier is back with another video. He's back at it again, guys. And it's getting day by day. It's getting more and more difficult to make a video because, yeah, like, still a lot of the times I'm a little bit stuttering over my words, and I don't really have a nice topic to talk about. And I think maybe there's also a lot of times there's just like too much going on in my head. For example, I can tell you guys, one of the channels I follow, yeah, I think since long is called actualize.org. And there's a guy named Leo, and he knows super much about almost anything. So sometimes I'm just watching his channel, and I am really like almost in shock by the quality and the knowledge that he possesses, and also the time maybe that also he put into making these kind of videos. I think there's a lot of more people that are kind of really smart and making those really long videos, and kind of humbling me also, like yeah, for example, yeah, he just sometimes just reminds me of how little I know. And then yeah, you kind of grasp a new concept or a new psychological concept to think about, and I think that's really cool. Yeah. but a lot of times I also think like, yeah, thinking is I think is a little bit overrated. I think I think also a lot of time people, they don't think too much. They just live their life, and they only start thinking if this like benefits them in a financial way, or in a way they can progress with the thing they want. So, for example, if they're into fitness and they see maybe a way they can get faster muscle gains, how to get faster muscle gains. So they only want to know how to get faster muscle gains, and they're not really interested in who was the president in Nigeria, and what's the political climate there. But yeah, I think also a lot of the times, like for your broad knowledge, it's I think maybe it's nice to know, like Leo also said, like yeah, a lot of people, they don't know much about history, and if they know much about history, they only know the history of their country, and they don't know, for example, the history of Russia, of China, of America. Like, but there is also a lot to learn about history, and I think history is also quite a cool topic because, yeah, there's just so much things you can learn from history, guys. And yeah, so much stories also, like, so how people did it and how people lived and things like that. Yeah. But on the other hand, I think I'm a guy who who just admires practical knowledge. I'm a guy who likes to learn more about how can he get better muscle gains, and how can he also like, because I'm playing the trumpet, I'm also trying to learn, yeah, ways to play more beautifully. And yeah, I'm also really into martial arts, so I also like to learn things about martial arts. But yeah, the thing is also, life is so big that you don't. That's also like funny. For example, when you have a video game, you just want to finish all the quests, and after a while you've done everything, and everything is just fuck, I can't talk, bro. This video is so bad. But what I want to say is that life is like, life doesn't really have a purpose, guys. But I think that's also really the fun of it. At least it doesn't have a God-given purpose. I think, yeah, I think also a lot of the times that yeah, maybe some people also have like a old concept of God and these kind of things, but I feel like the concept of God is like something that's within you. I think that's also really what sometimes I learned a little bit about spirituality things, but I think a lot of the times it's also oh my god, I cannot even speak. That's also what Leo said. Sometimes you just know so much about certain topics that that you almost dare not to speak about it because you want to keep your own integrity. And by doing that, it seems like every word you speak out of your mouth is like in some way pushing the idea towards a place where it's not really how you think about it. It's weird, it's strange, guys. I also feel like weird. I also feel like it's a lot of the times. Sometimes I also watch because I think it's funny. I think it's funny watching advice about getting girls and dating and things like this of this nature and how people do this and how people text girls and things like that. I'm like, a lot of times I'm also thinking like, oh my god, this is so cringe. And yeah, of course, a lot of the times just using your own intellect and using your own intuition will more likely work than just following cringy messages that you got from YouTube, because there's also no creativity left with it, and also a lot of the times it's also like yeah, I don't know, guys, I don't know. The pause, I have to create also more pauses, I think, maybe in my speaking. I'm getting also more and more self-critical, guys. It's like, yeah, it's like crazy. But that's also why I'm pushing out these videos, guys. Because I think after a while you get so self-critical that you almost dare not to talk. And I feel like, yeah, talking is a kind of, I think, especially for men, it's a bit of superpower, guys. Because I noticed, for example, that my job interviews also were a little better because now I can elaborate a little bit more on my words, and I'm not really giving this like 2-word short answers, and that most people would give, I think. And now I always feel like whenever somebody is talking to me, it's also yeah, it's getting a little bit easier because. Yeah, I'm just practicing right now to just talk for 15 minutes, and I think for me it's like an introverted guy. It's not really that easy, guys. It's like first of all, it's hard to just talk for 15 minutes straight, and it's hard because you don't get someone yeah, just telling you something or asking you questions. Like a monologue is quite hard to do because especially I also don't prepare for it. And yeah, my girlfriend was also watching my videos, and she said, yeah, why don't you put any effort in it? Why don't you think about what you're gonna say and make a structure and then really put out a nice video? And I said, I think I could do that, and it will take a little bit more effort, and maybe in the future I also will integrate this kind of concept and do things like this. But for now, I just consider this as a practice, guys. I just want to be able to talk a story for 15 minutes. So yeah, it's like, I think it's like, for example, if you're a rapper, you also have to like practice rhyming words, and it's so silly and dumb. I think you feel yourself when doing it, and yeah, that's how I kind of consider it, guys. Because yeah, there's just you need practice for everything. I also feel like that, guys. So. Start practicing things, guys, because you need practice for anything. That's that's also what I learned. Like, I think a lot of people they really shut down also, and you also know. I know from experience that especially the men who talk, they have they have a lot of power, guys. Like the president, for example, on the TV, he's just a man who talks. He doesn't do anything else. So I just know from experience that also from the people that I know, also the people I highly respect, they usually talk a little bit more, and yeah, it's just like that, guys. It's just they talk, and they know how to, yeah, talk. So they know how to, for example, yeah, tell a funny story and make other people laugh, and yeah, give other people directions, and this kind of leadership, yeah, leadership. Sometimes, see, that's also I feel like I'm struggling, guys, because that's also a communication issue that sometimes you're thinking in your head more languages at the same time. You're you're thinking in Dutch while you're speaking English, but I think I don't have this problem a lot, but I still have it sometimes a little bit. Yeah. So I want to say the word capabilities. So yeah. Yeah, it's also what somebody said is that English language also have quite a lot of words. So they have a lot of like specific words also, and for other languages sometimes they have less words, and you have to kind of grasp the context by yeah, you have to have a little bit more feeling for that. So yeah, if sometimes also I'm a little bit in awe, like how many, for example, how many languages there are, and also, for example, if you want to get in a specific subject, like I said, like math, history, science, for example, chemistry. There's like I think most of people they only have like just a tip of the basic. They know basic math, but what they know is really like if it's really like this little point from this little screen, because yeah, of course the universe is infinite, and even in math, guys, I think what you can learn about math is also it's also infinite. And what you can learn about physics is also infinite. So everything is infinite, guys. That's I think that's also the fun about this world. It's like people trying to figure it out, but nobody can really figure out anything in total. They will only know a small. They will only know a small part of what there is to know, and in comparison to infinite, it's nothing. So people will never know anything. So everybody is always fooled, guys, and it's kind of funny. If you know this concept that you really don't know anything, and yeah, life is just total mesmerizing chaos of infinite. Then sometimes you also start to really humble yourself, and also start to value knowing a little bit about things, you know. Yeah. you also just will start feeling extremely dumb, but I think that's also kind of okay. And yeah, you have to kind of also build yourself up a little bit, you know. You have to yeah, feel like, okay, this is my field of interest. So you have to really specify your field of interest, and then yeah, build yourself up little by little from that, guys. So that's I think the only way you can advance in this life. Yeah, it's funny. Phew. I like also these simple things like how to spend my time. I'm still figuring it out a little bit, but I'm advancing in what I do, guys. So then I'm a little bit happy with it. And yeah, I'm seeing also this project like what I call Project Superhuman. It's like going a little bit in towards the direction that I like.